Hello students, so as you know, I have already started covering the Robotics and Artificial Intelligence course for class 9 ICSE students, and the course code is 66. Now, we have covered various topics like robotics, how they look like in the real world, right? And then we have talked about the building blocks of robots, components of a robot. Even we have talked about the various robotic systems like a robotic dog as well as a surgical robot. For example, we have talked about the Da Vinci Z surgical robot, which is the world's most advanced surgical robot. Now, today I am going to talk about a quite different topic, although it is very much related to your syllabus, and the topic is comparison between automation and robotic system. Now, often you will hear people telling about these concepts interchangeably, but today we are going to talk about in somewhat details, are they the same or there is some difference between them. Now, before I start, let me show you that I have got also yet another playlist on the artificial intelligence, where basically I have covered the CBSE textbook which has been released recently, and here you will also find comparison between automation and artificial intelligence and other related topics. Okay. So, with this let us start. So, as I was saying, you see the robotic system and automation, they are often used interchangeably, especially in manufacturing contexts, but remember they are not the same. You see, automation is a much broader concept and robotic system is just a specific tool, a part of automation, and you will learn about it in details now. So, automation, what's it basically, what's the word mean? Is basically the use of technology to perform tasks or processes with minimal human intervention, and that's the basic idea, minimal human intervention. So, the goal of automation is to increase efficiency, because you see humans, we sleep at night, we take rests, okay. But if you have a machine, automated machine, then it can work on, just given that its parts are all fully functional, it has the electrical energy supply, okay, then it will keep on working without any sleep, without taking rest. Okay. So, you see it is much more efficient in that way. So, its goal is to increase efficiency, productivity and accuracy while reducing labor costs and human error. Of course, we do make errors, you do know that, but what about machine? A machine will only perform what it's been instructed. There is no course of error here. So, automation can be applied to both, you see, physical and digital tasks. So, the broad concept includes basically a wide range of technologies and methods. Let us first talk about the software automation. This one, what's that? So, you see, using computer programs or scripts to automate tasks like data entry, sending email or managing inventory. Now, a good example is a robotic process automation RPA, which basically uses software bots to mimic human actions on a computer. Next, we have mechanical automation. What's that? So, basically using non-robotic machinery like a conveyor belt system in a factory or a self-regulating thermostat, we can perform a specific repetitive task. We also have got the process automation, which is basically involves streamlining and automating multi-step business processes and often involving different systems and departments. You see, the focus of automation is on the process itself. Here, the objective is to make a process self-governing and more efficient regardless of the technology used. So, some of the examples are an automated email marketing campaign. Another one is a factory assembly line with a series of fixed machines that perform specific single purpose tasks. Another example is a program that automatically backs up your computer files. See, this is an example of software automation. Now, let us talk about robotic system. So, you see, a robotic system is a particular, or you can say specific type of automation which involves a physical programmable machine, which is a robot, to interact with the real world. So, you see, a robotic system is a physical manifestation of automation. This is important, physical manifestation. Now, the specific tools that a robotic system use are, you see, tangible physical entity composed of hardwares like actuators, sensors, and the software, the brain itself. It is the key tool used to achieve automation in physical tasks. Now, the focus here is on the robot itself and its ability to perform a variety of physical tasks. Robots are typically flexible, and you see, they can be reprogrammed to perform different actions. So, same robot, if we reprogram, okay, it can be used to do a different job, but the robot must be capable of doing the different job. Say for example, if I ask a drone robot to do a robotic surgery, then it will not be possible, and even the vice versa as well. Okay. So, the robot must be capable of doing a different job, then also then only we can reprogram it. So, the robotic systems often use sensors and AI to make decisions and adapt to their environment. So, let us look at an example, a robotic arm in a car factory that welds different parts of the car chassis, and the robot can be reprogrammed to weld a different model. So, see, a different car model can of course be done welding using the same robot. Now, why do we need to reprogram? Because a different car might have different dimensions. So, it needs the input that, come on, this time you have to work somewhat different, you have to shift here and there and so on. So, it needs to be reprogrammed for a different car model. Now, another example is a mobile robot in a warehouse that automatically navigates to pick up and transport packages. Also, as I was saying, the surgical robot that assists a surgeon by providing greater precision and a steady hand. So, if I make a concise comparison, then it will be like this. The automation is a broad concept that includes many types of technology, whereas a robotic system is a specific type of automation that uses a physical programmable machine. So, automation can be physical, digital, or a combination of both, whereas robotic system mainly involves physical component that interacts with the real world. Now, here in the case of automation, the focus is on the process, making it a self-sufficient and efficient, whereas the machine itself and its ability to perform physical tasks is the main focus for robotic system. Now, the flexibility of automation, it varies. You see, some systems are rigid and are designed for a single task, while others can be reprogrammed. Now, on the other hand, the robotic system is generally more flexible and can be reprogrammed to perform a variety of different tasks. So, let us look at an example. A thermostat that automatically adjusts the temperature in a room is an example of automated machine, whereas a robot arm that picks up different items and places them into boxes in an assembly line is an example of robotic system. Now, so what we have learned is that all robotic systems are a form of automation, but remember, not all automation involves robotic systems. So, basically automation is overarching goal, and a robotic system is one of the most advanced and versatile tools used to achieve it, especially for the tasks that require physical interaction with the environment.